Hello, this is another week and Friday presentation about the Hamlin people's like how they doing on their grade. So this week, instead of actually go deeper with the data set I did from last week about the winter term, I realized there are so many of the data that I can grab from the original data set because winter term, fall term and the spring term are so many students who take the class. So to get the data, to filter the data actually costs so many time, so a lot of time. I once to run over 20 minutes, it doesn't give me the output. So instead of looking at that, I decide to look over the difference. I decided to look over different topic. So this week I look over the people's transcript, and I want to. So every CDS major have to take a class called a CDS 1010. So I really interested in how people doing in that class, if they're in CDS major or not. So first of all, I take out the CDS 1010 major, anybody who take this CDS 1010, and this is just I play around with that, and this is so in overall there are 3 anthropology major who take CDS 1010 before. There is 1 applied physics major who take this CDS 1010 before. So these are all the numbers who all the people who major in that class. Who other majors who also major in CDS who take out this class. So this is the overall number. And after that, I create this plot. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is the how many people who actually take CDS 1010 decided by numbers. For say, there is this anthropology major who have this much of number of people who take that class. The most of them is definitely undeclared major. People just don't know what they're doing, just try it around. And there are 3 big majors who actually taking CDS 1010, which is business and administration, business analytics, concentration, and CS, of course, and then economics major. So those are 3 big majors students who take CS 1010. And this is the first graph I have. There is a reason I didn't tilted this, because if I tilted into 45 degrees, which I have it here, if I change that, let me run out of it. And so we'll actually leave some space and they're blank. So let me show you that. This just taking a minute. 1 second. This is longer than I thought. So you will. So sometimes if the names, if not they're not extremely long, it's a good idea to tilt it. But if you tilt it in here, you can see the first one, anthropology. The tail of that is actually on the 3rd bar. So they're creating so many space and overlapping, so which is so confusing, and the information is not cleared. So that is why I decided to not doing that. So I hope this still going to run. Yep, definitely not. So I actually overwrite the parts after all. So that's why it shows different data, but it doesn't matter. Let's take a look at the another stuff. So after looking over all of that, I decide to maybe, other than those 3 big majors, which is first the business analytics, computational data science, and economics, I decided to look at other people, how they're doing overall in this class, CDS 1010. So I pick out all of data. It turns out 130 people who in other majors who actually take CDS 1010, and then some of them got A, some have failed, some have withdrawn. So this is all the numbers who actually, so there are 37 people. Let me just go to here. So there are still majority of them get an A. It's an intro class, not surprising. Some of them got a B plus, some of them got a B, some get B minus. It's overall more than people who have like have C, D, even F in the withdraw. So the people who withdraw this class is actually not surprising because if they decide that coding is not their choice, they probably just will withdraw it. And some people even failed the class, which is sad. And so when I actually try to compare this number with the people who major in CDS, it turns out it's actually not really worth it to compare them, because you see there are only 12 people who's declared as a CDS major and they take that class. So you can see there aren't really a lot of CDS major, I guess. So there's and I actually find out this guy should be me. So yeah, and I look over this guy's information and it turns out it was me. So yeah, and so in CDS major, almost every people got an A, and there's one gal got C plus. I'm sorry for that, but it is what it is. So it's actually not really worth it to compare this number of data set with 130. So it's not comparable. So I guess the data of this doesn't really well represent the population, because the population of CDS major in Hamlin is like extremely small, I guess. So yeah, so it turns out it's intro class. People still doing the class pretty good, but there's still some people withdraw, even fail the class. So yeah, that's what I find from this data set from another perspective. So yeah, if you had any question, please let me know. And thanks for watching.